From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning here on Mornings LA, direct and live from Santa Monica with incredible great news about your fourth stimulus check update of 2021. And guess what? Parts of the recon bill have been released. OMG. In this recording, you're going to see the first 600 pages of what could be upwards of a 10,000 page bill released in this recording. Then we'll be cutting to those MSCs and why the Democrats are likely to give you more months of checks. We cut to the deliciousness of the recon application base and why Purple Hawks are going to pounce in this big recon. Then we cut to the provisions that are now been released. 600 pages of it, and it's deliciousness. Then we cut to the world exclusive as the #1 guy in DC wants you to have an MSE. He's not alone. And then a personal message later in this video. It's a great day because the surf is up and so is the stimulus. It's a big, bold day, and let's get to the deliciousness because the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and this is Mornings LA. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day here across the coast, and I hope the weather is good where you are this beautiful morning. We have so much happening, so jump in the live chat and tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is. I'm here with you live in Santa Monica, California. Monthly stimulus check. Yes, more Democrats are stepping forward and calling for a monthly stimulus check. You're going to go over the details in this video. Then we got to the recon. Oh, my goodness. So exciting as some of the pages of that recon have now been released. How did this happen? Well, I have all the deliciousness in this recording. Then we cut to the big money available for you in this fourth stimulus recon and why it's application based and why as you as a Purple Hawk are going to kill it across the board. And then finally a personal message as well. It's a big bold day and this is LA, America's only 24-hour day, 7 days a week. Financial news channel in America. Live in the morning, taped to the afternoons. Coming up next is Mornings Crypto live on air. As coins did not deliver on Saturday. Oh my goodness. But what's going on, Phantom and Solana? That's coming up at 10 o'clock. Then at 11 a.m., we're going to go more into this recon of provisions that have been released. Wow. Then coming up is Afternoons LA and Evenings LA. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video to 3,000 likes and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Casino VIP. Meantime, have you signed up for those LA alerts? You need to do so. The link is under the video. It's at news.la.com. Put your name and email address in, and then you'll get a confirmation when an email is ready to rock and roll. Let's get to those monthly stimulus checks. House versus Senate, Senate versus House, and everyone wants you to have it. Let's go over the deliciousness starting right now and get ready to vote. We have the House Ways and Means Committee calling for a monthly stimulus check. They are the movers and shakers of the fourth stimulus recon. We have the AOC and Omar calling for a monthly stimulus check, $2,000 a month. We have Warren, Wyden, and Sanders calling for monthly. But then the one that's captivated country has been that House bill. That is deliciousness. $1,000 a month after the first month of $2,000. That would amount to at least $13,000. I think you have an opinion. Vote House or Senate, House or Senate. Tell me where you're tuning in from and how the weather is. Who gets his fourth stimulus check? You do. Democrats represent that. If you got a third, you get a fourth. Single individual. $75,000 less Democrats represent, you get a fourth stimulus check. Married couple, $150,000 less Democrats represent, you get one as well. Double it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits, you get one as well. And a family of four, you get it quadruple it. The fourth stimulus check is not income. It's not taxable. And the fourth stimulus check is not a different check for different people. Finally, it's not a waivable check. So if you do go to the beach this weekend, the check waves at you. If it's waving at you, it's a tourist check. It's overseas, foreign exchange. And if it kisses you on two cheeks, it's the Italian check. Grazie. In the second half of this video, we'll be cutting to the exciting details as the recon has been in part released. Release? The bill part has been released. What's going on? Oh my goodness, you're hearing it for the first time. What's new? That's new. It's coming up in the second half of this video. And the third part of this video, we'll be going over the deliciousness of the MSC in the four stimulus recon, the push for it, and all the other items in this four stimulus recon. Wow, it's an exciting day with a lot of breaking news. But first, let's get some money. And first, a personal message. If you're watching this video and you notice the comments are turned off, I have turned the comments off. I'm going to be addressing that later in the final 15 minutes of this video with a personal message. But jump in the live chat if you're watching it live. Well, here we go. Big sums of money are available for you right now, and I'll show you how you can get upwards of $100,000 this week. Yes, we're going to go over the big money available for you right now under third stimulus. First, I'm going to go over the inspiration story. Then I'm going to go over the money. Then I'll go over how to get it. And then we're going to go over all the provisions of how you can get it. It's incredible, great news. This money is available for you right now. First, the inspiration story. His name is Johnny. Johnny reveals to us 2 weeks ago that he started the week at $0 from this channel. He was one of 3 viewers. And by the middle of the week, they got $40,000. Wow. From rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage assistance, and more. Third stimulus. But by the weekend, Johnny kept on pushing, and he got $80,000. 7 items. Let's go over Johnny's incredible success story, because he's not alone. He got $12,000 for SNAP, $10,000 for EIDL. He got $2,000 for taxes. He got $21,000 for rent, then another $10,000 for utilities, actually $9,000. Then $26,000 for additional rent, and more $50 a month for internet and phone, bringing his grand total to $80,000. Wow. In the true spirit of the purple power of helping other people, Johnny turned around. And then what he did over the next 5 days, he showed his friends and family how to get this money as well. And they got $100,000 in the next 5 days. Johnny reveals his spirit of helping people. As of today, I've helped 5 friends save their homes and put food on their table, and 3 family members thought they weren't going to get it, but they got it. 2 family members got $41,000, and the other got $58,000. This has been awesome to see others stop stressing about their bills. Your channel, LALATE, has helped others and myself tremendously. You are such a godsend. Purple Power, Purple Hawk, Purple Power Push. Well, let's go over the big sum of money that this channel is helping people get money for. And let's go over Kyra, who reveals to me in social media she got $17,000, Valerie getting $9,000, Dawn getting 3 items, rent, utilities, and internet, and Deborah getting $450 a month for SNAP, which is upwards of about $5,000-$6,000 a year. Wow, let's turn to the money that I have helped people get for rent, and the numbers are incredible. You can get those monies for rent right now as well. Look at the numbers for rent that I've helped people get. $27,000 for Elizabeth, Mark $25,000, Nancy $24,000. Incredible sums of money. Then let's look at the numbers for utilities that I've helped people get. But guess what? Johnny got $9,000 because as a member, Purple Hawk, have you become a member? Have you subscribed today? Do it right now. The numbers are going bigger by the hour. Then let's look at the number for SNAP that I've helped people get. Wow, look at these numbers. You're going to meet someone in a second who got $25,000 from my help. Lifetime. Then when we go over the combo items, 3 items or more, my God, there's Nancy and there's Nisi. Nisi's wonderful. She's in all the live chats. Watch for her. And there's Mark. Mark is absolutely incredible. He got 2 items at $32,000. But for 5 days on camera, I told Mark, go get the other items. Here's 4 wonderful success story updates from Mark. Number 1, in less than 5 days, Mark got that SNAP. Number 2, he turned to his neighbor, and that neighbor, he said, watch this channel. He's helping people get big sums of money. And that neighbor got $21,000 in less than 5 days. Wow. And then Mark pushed and realized, I'm going to get more than just 3 items. He's pushing more and getting big sums of money. And his inspiration is flowing over to other people. Dawn got $15,000, she reveals on social media. Mary tells me she got $6,400 for rent. Then we have Becca Ligan, who got $2,400 from Crayola. Thank you, Crayola, for her help. And that Shanann got $21,000 for this channel. I told my friend about you, LA, and now she's addicted. She got $9,000 for rent, $5,000 for utilities, and $6,000 for SNAP. Incredible, great news. So Mark then finally got that SNAP. How much did he get? He got $19,000, bringing his grand total on this channel for Mark to 25,000. What am I saying? $50,500. Wow. Look at these incredible sums of money. And Mark, send me your update on social media. I want to run your other update this week as well. But the sky's the limit because Lorraine got $105,000 from this channel. And this is what we do. This is LA. The spirit of this channel since day one has always been about me helping get you money. It has never been about me tracking your check. I don't care to track your check. I care to help you get money because there's a lot of money available under all these stimulus packages, and it started on day one. People had applied for that EIDL loan and EIDL grant. They were not getting approved. They needed help getting their applications approved, and one after another, I got their applications approved. $150,000 a pop, saving their homes, their business, and their employers' homes. No tracking checks were actually doing work and getting them approved. $25 million of EIDL loans approved. They were not automated. They required work, and they got those monies. 3 days later, a new program going live, not automated, not automatic, doesn't pay you automatically direct to your bank account with a donut in hand. It was a thing that you had to do something, and it was a confusing application. But I got those people approved. It was called PUA. Again, not automated. You had to do something. You had to pick up the phone. You had to listen to the YouTube channel for me to explain how to do this because it was confusing. One after another, I got those applications approved. Like Eileen Bellenkamp out of Florida, $15,000 for PUA. She had to wait several months until she got it. In December of 2020, the situation was very clear. Viewers had waited for the HEROES Act, introduced by Nancy Pelosi in May of 2020, to send out a second stimulus check. May, it didn't work. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 months passed, and the second stimulus never happened. You needed money. I was not the drafter of the HEROES Act. I didn't write it. I'm not a legislator. But you needed money. So I stepped forward and I got people money. $250,000 for rent and utilities. That's what happened. Paid all people's rent to the new year, like Tyrone and his family of 4 out of Boston. $15,000 for rent. And now we're doing it again. Because guess what? You are better than ever before. I'm so proud of you. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now. Become a Purple Hawk as well. People are getting big sums of money right now because this is the money that's available. And it's a fortune. So now get that pen, paper ready. All you need is a pen, paper, and a cell phone. I'm going to go over introductory remarks, then I'm going to go over how to get the sums of money for you. And then I'm going to show you something new for the first time on Mornings LA for several months. I'm bringing back an old favorite, the nonprofits. All right, you ready? Here are the 6 places you reach out. I'm going to show you 6 places to reach out to. You reach out to all 6. If one says no, reach out to the other one. You reach out to 6 of 6. Each place has different eligibility. If one says no, reach out to the other ones. Next, listen to the keywords I say in this video. It helps people get approved. Number 3, every state has money. Every state has money. Finally, if for some reason you've reached out to 6 of 6 and you can't get the money, then reach out to the nonprofits. All right, you ready? Here we go. Here are the 6 places you reach out to. All 6 of 6. Your city hall, your city house authority. Your county hall, your county house authority. Your state hall and your state house authority. And the keywords you say are rent assistance because of COVID, mortgage or utility assistance because of COVID. There you go. You're going to get approved. You're going to get this money for rent, utilities, and mortgage assistance. Now, for utilities companies, you want to reach out to every single one of your utility companies. So let's say you have 5 utility bills. You reach out to all of them. Utility assistance because of COVID. Finally, if you've reached out to all 6 of 6 for the rent and you believe you've done it right and they don't have any money, which is a very, very rare circumstance, then reach out to the nonprofits. Who are they? They're back in the mix. Welcome back, nonprofits. They have paid viewers money for rent and utilities throughout 2020 and early 2021. They are Community Action, Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, United Way, and Salvation Army. Reach out to them. They may have assistance for you as well. And now if you have got some money for rent and utilities, post in the live chat right now. The next pile of the money is the money coming back from SNAP. SNAP is a SNAP, and you get it from the Department of Agriculture. If you qualify for a third stimulus check, you qualify for SNAP. It is money for food. And how much does it pay? A lot. Lynn Glenn got it for herself, her son, her mom. Gail got it as well. And how much does it pay? Mark got $19,000, but now he's sitting on $25,000 lifetime annually because of this channel. Can you imagine that I'm getting someone $25,000 annualized because of this channel. It's incredible. Let's go over how you do it. You reach out to Department of Agriculture to get this money. And now the breaking news is that Department of Agriculture is raising everyone's benefits up an average of 25%, lifetime automatically starting in the month of October nationwide. It's incredible, great news. If you got this money as well, post in the live chat. The next spot of the money is a refund check coming back from IRS, excuse me, from your state, due to overpayment of unemployment benefits. Average payment is $2,000 to $5,000. Viewers have gotten it. It lands by direct deposit. And finally, the refund check coming back from IRS for that 2020 tax return you pay taxes on for the unemployment benefits. People are getting anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 for this channel. Margaret got it, Cod got it, Michael got it, and boy, it's deliciousness. But first, here's a personal message from me to you. This channel was launched for me to help you. Breaking news 24 hours a day, financial news around the globe, and showing you how to get big sums of money. This was never launched as a channel for you to track a check. It was launched as a channel to help you get the money and apply. So if you're on the live chat, inspire those people to pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and call. Post your success stories right now for rent and utilities if you're in the live chat, because when you do, you inspire so many people. People are now seeing these at big sums of money, number one. Number two, people are sending me messages around the clock of the massive sums of money because of you. You're inspiring people. Then we're seeing people like Johnny who are bringing the numbers higher, like the utilities to 9,000. Then we have wonderful viewers like Nisi, who was in the live chat on all the shows yesterday. She got 3 items. You're inspiring people to get multiple items. Now we're going to 7 items. And finally, we're realizing these items are really paying a lot. So post your success story in the live chat. Let's cut back to those unemployment benefits. Wow. They're landing by direct deposit, otherwise in the mail. Can you track it? Yeah, go to irs.gov and do a transcript search. And 70% of the time it will work. It'll reveal the refund check you're getting and where it's landing. And boy, can we top that? Yes. As we go into the second part of this video, starting right now. Deal done, signed, sealed. And now 600 pages of it. Of what? The recon. You have the recon, LA? I do. 600 pages of what could be upwards of a 10,000 page bill have now been released, and I have them for you because guess what? We have a recon. It was done in the month of August, but that agreement was reached really 2 months earlier. This channel was the first to report to you that agreement had been reached. 1, they agreed to do a recon. 2, it'll be 3.5 trillion. 3, it'll be all checks for the American people. 4, it'll be the biggest recon we ever see in this channel. Previous recons were dwarf in comparison. And this is all checks for the American people. In the final 15 minutes of this video, stay here to the very end. I'm going to go over the first 600 pages that have been released. Deliciousness. But first, here's a background on how we got to this so you understand that the tow truck has passed over the finish line and the tow hitch is at the finish line. Wow. Let's get to how we got to the spot. By taking roads and bridges out of the recon, it made the recon passable. And that's what a conservative publication confirms of my reporting. The higher the price tag was on the recon before, the harder it was to pass. There you go. But by allowing the Democrats to take out some of the spending from the recon and put in the bipartisan roads and bridges, the overall price tag of the recon got smaller. In other words, the bipartisan made the recon passable. Well, in the month of June and July, I told you that they had taken roads and bridges out, and that they were having meetings to agree upon the recon. And that by the month of June and July, they had already agreed they're doing a recon. And that was $3.5 trillion. A done deal. That's the way Democrats legislate with Democrats. They meet face-to-face to agree upon the provisions before it's written. Once it's written, it just confirms what they agreed upon. Once they call for a vote, it's already what they agreed upon 2 months earlier. So they had agreed already in the summer to do a recon, and that's why Representative Elon Omar, Democrat, Minnesota, progressive, and Representative Richie Torres, Democrat, New York, progressive, had said we need a larger recon, a recon that goes as big and bold as we want it. They got it, $3.5 trillion, back over the summer. And that is why the president at the time said, protect my recon to Jalopal and Brian Schatz, saying everything in that recon is checks for the American people. It is checks for the American people. Not automated checks, application-based checks. And that is why once they had that agreement in the summer, the recon was a done deal. So now what is left is the recon substantive, the substance of how to spend the money in the committees. And how do they do that? Let me show you right now. Let's split the 2 items out one at a time to understand the 2 paths and understand what they're doing and why they're working tooth and nail, hour after hour, for the last few weeks to get to these first few hundred pages now released. Recon. That is your money. $3.5 trillion. Also called reconciliation, also called the budget bill, also called the Democratic spending plan, social reform plan. Bipartisan, not your money. So the recon procedural, done deal. That's the tow truck. Over the finish line, yes, now we're doing the recon substantive. Slightly different, but slightly the same. What is the difference between the two things? Recon procedural says, how are we spending the money? Recon procedural says how much money? 3.5 trillion. And committees are given certain sums of money. Recon substantive goes over how the committees spend the money. Wow. And that is where we are right now. It's the tow hitch, and the tow hitch is right at the edge of the finish line. And guess what? 600 pages of it have been now released. How do we get to this wonderful spot? By Jalopal, who recently wrote Schumer a letter saying, chuck all the vote on the recon. The letter was signed by 100-plus House Democrats who had written the president a letter saying they're going to be putting forced stimulus checks in the forced stimulus package. Wow, can we top that? Yes. As 7 members of that House Ways and Means Committee recently wrote the president a letter saying they're going to be putting monthly forced stimulus checks to the forced stimulus recon. Boy, there's not a single Democrat, House or Senate, who has not talked about the need to give you a monthly stimulus check. So you got to push purple power. We have Warren, Wyden, and Sanders. We have AOC and Omar. We have every House member practically, that 100-plus members there, and we have the House Ways and Means. And can we top that? Yes, we can, as Biden did it. He got the global minimum corporate tax rate removed from the forced stimulus recon, making the recon even easier to pass. Now it's out of the recon, and now the recon can be called for a vote and substantively and easier to pass across the board. But can we top that? Oh, yes, we can. As we go into the final 15 minutes of the video, I told you there's going to be a lot of breaking news this weekend. I'm glad you're here because the breaking news is starting in the final 15. The first 600-plus pages of the recon substantive have been released. Wow. And it's exactly as deliciousness as I had said it was going to be. And can I say 2 magic words? I can't even believe I'm saying them. Hazard pay. What? Yeah, it's coming up in the final 15 minutes of this video. Plus a personal message like you've never seen a personal message before. OMG. But first, here's something wonderful. If you haven't gotten one of those items from Third Stimulus, you need to do it right now. Get it today. Pick up the phone. Call your utility companies. Call your providers and get these monies right now. And then you're going to be ready to kill it under forced stimulus. Here's a little about the community page. I'll be back with you in 60 seconds with the exciting details of the final 15. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues right now on Mornings LA because the toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and the coffee is brewing. And boy, I'm loving your comments in the live chat. Chrissy Edward says, I'm in California. I'm having problems finding help. Can you help me, LA? Yes. Reach out to your county housing authorities. A lot of people have had success with county housing authorities, not at the city level, but the state level, but the county housing authorities. And also, community action and Catholic charities have done well in California as well. Coming up in the second half of this video, we have big details about that fourth stimulus recon, as 600 pages of it have been released. Oh my goodness, you're gonna kill it, Purple Hawks, under this fourth stimulus recon. Then we cut to the MSC, and we cut to the bread and butter of the recon, and then a personal message like you have never heard one before on this channel. Wow, it's a big day, and it's a big room. And subscribe. 400,000 subscribers, a YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. 200, 300, let's do it today. Like the video, 3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Let's go briefly over fifth stimulus because there is so much breaking news about fourth stimulus today. So the President of the United States promised this for fifth stimulus, and now it's heating up in the fifth stimulus package. What is it? It's the SSI reform. The reform of the SSI SSDI system. Step one is they would raise your benefits up a lifetime. Then they would apply a new asset limit. Remove the remove the asset limit. Apply an inflationary benchmark. Remove the income exclusion, and remove the marriage penalty. Wow, how does this work, LA? Step one. Raise your benefits up. Who's you if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, SSA, or multiple beneficiaries? Step two, they'll apply a new benchmark. That new benchmark is inflation. And where's inflation going? It's going up a lot. I've been saying about 5%. Let's just use that as analysis. First, they'll raise your benefits up, then they'll apply a new benchmark. And if it's 5%, your benefits will go up another 5%, not just next year, a lifetime. Because once your benefits go up, they never go down. Wow, incredible great news. They'll remove the asset cap, and dating back to a 1980s law that says you can't have more than $3,000 in hand. It's going to go away, so you'll be able to have some muddled, no, that's blue, in your hand. They're going to remove the income cap, dating back to a 1960s law that says you can't work and stay on benefits. And finally, the marriage penalty is going to go away. And love is going to win, and you'll be able to do a pair dance at your wedding and no longer fear loss of benefits. How about a fifth stimulus check? Yes, that will be next year. House Ways and Means Committee represents. And finally, if you haven't become a Purple Hawk, what are you doing? The link is in the video to join today. Become a member, Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. People in the live chat who have that emoji next to their name are Purple Hawks. Purple Hawks are delivered daily from me to them via the YouTube and LALATE alert system, a breakdown of all the big money that is available under first, second, and third stimulus. When this channel was recording in January this year, I had exclusive details of what was proposed under third stimulus. And as I looked at it, I immediately said, there's a lot of checks in here besides the stimulus check. Lots of non-automated checks that you qualify for. I think I can get you upwards of $14,000. As soon as it became law, it was very apparent that was the situation. Now apparent is I'm getting people a lot more than $14,000. You see all the viewers of this channel in the graphics getting 20, 30, 40, 50,000. There's a lot of checks that are not automated that you can get in this third stimulus package. And it's available right now, and it's a lot of money. So consider becoming a Purple Hawk today so you get that information delivered to you daily via the YouTube alert system for members. And with that, we go into the final 15 minutes of this video with the world exclusive and the breaking news as that recon is released in part. My goodness, done, deal, signed, sealed. Number one, the recon has been done procedurally. The tow truck has passed over the finish line. The Democrats have already passed into law the recon procedural, which means one, there will be a recon. Number two, it'll be 3.5 trillion. And number three, it'll be all for you. Previous recons were much smaller. This is a very big recon. And this recon is all for the American people, nothing for corporations. And this is law. Someone asked in the comments during the commercial break, what about this guy? What about that guy? It's law. It's already done. So now what they're doing is the substance of the recon, how to spend the money. The substance of the recon, the bread and butter of the recon, before we get to those MSCs, is non-automated stimulus, or what I also call application-based, meaning you have to pick up the phone and get it. Since the start of this channel, we've been picking up the phone and getting money. We've been getting money since day one of this channel. You've been picking up the phone and getting an EIDL, an EIDL grant, a UI, PUA, PPP, SNAP, PBT. You've always picked up the phone. And the bread and butter of a forced stimulus recon is that. Let's go over some of the proposed items before we get to the exciting bill in part released. Wow. So here are some of the proposed items, and they're all deliciousness. First, free school meals for all, checks, tax break checks, cheaper prescription medication checks, checks for farming, checks for free internet, checks for seniors, checks for clean energy, checks for workers, checks for independent contractors, checks for seniors, like lowering the eligibility age for Medicare, checks for dental, checks for vision, checks for hearing care. Why are those non-automated? Because IRS doesn't know about your dental, doesn't know about your vision, doesn't know about your internet. They can't just send out an automated check because they don't know about it. The money would be in committees, just like all the previous stimulus packages have been. You're going to reach out to them, pick up the phone, and ask for that money, and you're going to get it. And I'm going to be with you to show you how to get that incredible sums of money. Now, 600 pages have been released. Of the recon? Yes. Of the bill? Yes. Oh my goodness. What's at issue? The whole recon bill, we don't know the total page limit, but I'm predicting could be upwards of 8,000 pages. So it's 600 of 8,000 pages. Why are 600 pages released? Because the way the Democrats legislate with fellow Democrats, they don't need any Republicans, this is a recon, is they go meet with each other in their offices, have a cup of coffee, go over orally what to do. It's not live streamed on C-SPAN. It's not appearing on TikTok. They're not doing a dance while they're meeting. They just have a meeting and they say orally, what do you agree upon? When they orally agree upon it, it's a done deal. You've passed over the finish line at that point. When they go write it, it just writes up what they verbally have already agreed upon. Now, we do have this strange nuance, which I always have to step back and remind us about. House versus Senate. Senators can do something slightly different than the House. Senators can still modify stuff for the House. I have to always remind people about that. But this is how they do it. And once they agree upon something, they go write it. And they've agreed upon some stuff, and they've written it. Wow. So these are items they verbally agreed upon, and they've written them up. How many pages? 645 pages of things they've agreed upon. And can I say two words that will maybe take my breath away? Hazard pay. Hazard pay. Yes. In January this year, I told you that they were going to codify under third stimulus, the last one, a short-term temporary hazard pay provision, and that they did. It was the earned income tax credit, which basically had always been on the books, but they expanded it to be very hazard pay-ish. It was, generally, I'm trying to go off of memory, generally, they made the eligibility age lower. They made it for single individuals, and they made it for people up to less than $25,000 that worked in an essential worker environment. They would get an earned income tax credit, which is like a check if your tax return appears that way, when they go do their 2020 tax return. Well, guess what? They're going to make it lifetime. Oh my goodness, they're going to make the earned income tax credit of hazard pay from third stimulus lifetime. Wow. Okay, that's number one. Got you with that one. My goodness, I saw that. My heart just dropped. I was speechless when I saw it. There are going to be lots. I'm going to go over some of the broad items, and I'm going to go over some specifics. There's going to be they're going to be giving you more money to buy an electric vehicle than ever before. More deductions, grants. They're going to be new educational grants that are tax-free. There are going to be new incentives to modify your home, rehab your home in poor communities. I get a lot of questions about this. People need money to fix their homes if you're in a poor community. And there are going to be tax subsidies for hydrogen energy production, which I'm sure you're doing. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Okay, then here come the other items. They're going to make the child tax credit, which currently is only to 2025 under third stimulus, lifetime. They're going to make the $330 a month child tax credit, a $300 a month check for the kids, lifetime up to age 18, a permanent provision under the tax code. Wow. Then they're going to give a new payroll tax break, which will push up wages among people who work in a certain childcare sector and for people who work for the elderly, that's care for the elderly, which a lot of you sometimes qualify for. If you 10 for someone in your household who is elderly. Sometimes you qualify for this. A $4,000 tax credit. My goodness, that's huge. That is huge. Then they're going to increase other items like $7,500 more for buying electric vehicles. That's a lot from where it is just a few $1,000s. But that was talked a lot about in broadcast media on Friday. It would be only for the big American companies because it has to be an American company and also a unionized company. I'm going to have more of these provisions of the 600-page bill all this week because it just got out. That is a lot. Let's cut over to those MSCs, and then I'll come back to a personal message. MSCs. All the Democrats want to give you an MSC. MSC, monthly stimulus check, automated, meaning IRS can send it out. IRS doesn't need to know about your teeth or vision for this one. They can automatically send it out. They want, Democrats all across the board want to give you an MSC. But 5-6 weeks ago, I told viewers of this channel to pick up the phone and call your Democratic senators and advocate for it. Advocate means a sentence that has a period at the end, not a question mark. Advocate is something like this. I need a stimulus check. This is very important. I need it. Not advocating, a question mark. Are you giving me a stimulus check? I want to interrogate you. Are you giving me a stimulus check? When am I getting it? I want to interrogate you. That's not purple power. Advocating is purple power. And WR, longtime viewer, he's in all the live chats. He's a wonderful viewer. He picked up the phone and called at the time. Who do you speak to? Senator, Democrat, Chris Coons, Delaware, Joe Biden's oldest confidant. Spoke to the staffer, did not ask a question, did not interrogate, advocated. And the staffer said, yes, Senator Chris Coons will be giving you a monthly forced stimulus check on the forced stimulus package. There you go. That's what advocacy gets you. Advocating, not interrogating, not questioning, not asking when, advocating. Say, I need this, we need this, my community needs this. Well, the recon, the whole name of it is the Reconciliation Budget Bill. Which committee in the Senate does it? The Budget Committee, the Senate Committee. And who's the budget chairman? Bernie Sanders. And guess what? 2 weeks ago, he said, I like to get out amongst the people, unlike prior budget chairmen, and hear from them. I translated that as you need to advocate. He wants to hear from you advocating. He does not want to hear you interrogating or questioning or wondering. He wants you advocating. And not a lot of viewers called up at that time. Lynn Glenn called up, and Brother Joshua, longtime 2020 volunteer for the community page of this channel, picked up the phone and called and advocated professionally, respectfully, with a sentence that ends with a period, not with a sentence that ends with a question mark. Advocated for a stimulus check, and the staffer says, yes, Senator Bernie Sanders wants to give you a monthly stimulus check. There you go. What are the deal provisions? First, $1,000 to $1,400. Wow, great. Per month. Wow, great. 3 to 6 months. Awesome. This is wonderful, but there's a catch. He wants to have your support. We got this. We advocate. We don't question. We advocate. We've been doing this since day one. Pick up the phone and call Elizabeth Warren, call Elizabeth Warren, Chuck Schumer. Advocate. Say, I need it. I need it. I need it. Do not interrogate when. We don't do that. Push and advocate. Now let's do the comparison of the numbers. House bill, $13,000, but would take 12 months. Bernie, on the other hand, 6 months, and on the high end, $9,000. Incredible, great news. There you go. This week, we're going to have a lot of details as we're going to go over the provisions of that recon, because guess what? We are right at the finish line, folks. We're right at the finish line. Let's recap shortly, because what they're doing is they're verbally meeting face-to-face, the Democrats, and saying, what do you agree upon? And as they slowly agree to parts and parcels of what could be upwards of an 8,000-page bill, they say, okay, go write this. We already agreed upon this. 600 pages, they'd agreed upon. That is just the first 600 pages. This is not the 8,000-page bill. These are the items they easily agree to. As they agree to more items, they start to write it. This is where you have to push. Finally, a personal message, and a very rare personal message, and I may be recording this throughout all the videos today. First, this channel launched in April of last year to help get people money. There were applications that had gone live. EIDL, EIDL grant, EIDL loan, PPP, PUA, UI, a lot of them very quickly. And you needed help to learn how to get that money. It required you to do something. It was not automated. Stimulus has always been non-automated. It requires you to do something. And I loved it at the time. People would say in the comments, how do I get this? How do I get this? Just as I said during the commercial break, the one viewer from California, how do I get this? That was the spear of this channel. How do I get this, LA? Help me figure out how do I get this. That is the bread and butter of this channel. How do I get this money? In May, Nancy Pelosi introduced the HEROES Act, stimulus check automated, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen in June, didn't happen in July. 8 months went by, it never happened. So we pushed to put stimulus in the CR. Then, when third stimulus was first revealed exclusively on this channel, I showed you, look at all these items that are in the third stimulus, not automated, lots of items, lots of delicious items. And now you're doing so well in getting these ums of items. But as I said earlier in this video, the comments have now been turned off on the channel. Why? It has become a place in recent days where people who think that stimulus 1, 2, 3, and 4 are automated. They never were automated. They were always, you have to do something. It's not automated. You have to pick up the phone and call. And in recent days, the attacks have been unacceptable. People have attacked a dying man of cancer, the real Chester and his father. They have attacked Brother Joshua, who is a volunteer to the community page of 2020 and a longtime viewer who helped people get thousands of dollars. They've attacked Johnny, who's the person who got money for rent and wants to inspire you. They've attacked me. They've attacked community volunteers. They've attacked fellow viewers. What are they attacking about? Their anger stems from a series of different things. One, some people really dislike the President of the United States. And in disliking their President of the United States, their operandi is to go after everyone in the path that they can see. What do? Among the things they do is they bring a fake narrative. They try to tell you there's nothing ever coming from Joseph Biden to your hand. And they'll go to incredible lengths, like saying that Brother Joshua never said that. Like saying that they picked up Bernie Sanders, they called up Bernie Sanders' office, and he said, you're never getting a penny under fourth stimulus where he got. That's absolutely untrue. Thank you for that fake fact. It's so untrue. And then there's different versions of it. These are people who like interrogating people, that like to say, when. This channel has never been about when. This channel is about picking up the phone and getting money yourself. It has not been about automation. It's been about picking up the phone and getting the money yourself. When forced stimulus becomes a law, you're going to see lots and lots of items in there that you are going to get. And some of these people that really dislike Joseph Biden will be very upset that there'll be money for you in there. And there'll be some people who like Joseph Biden but think that everything should be automated will also be upset. I can't tolerate your upsetness. This is the universe. And for now, comments of this channel have been turned off. Because if you want to bring your anger to this president, go somewhere else. If you want to bring your anger or your fake narrative, go somewhere else. This is a community that was built upon getting people money, helping getting people money. The comments would always be, help me get this money. Now the comments have become no, anger, interrogation, attack. No. Go somewhere else. Just do not find this as your home. You are not the purple power. You are not the purple power spirit. And finally, on social media, I will also be turning off the comments. So for a short period of time, this is all temporary. This is not lifetime. This is just temporary, because people have found their happiness in bringing anger and depression to other people. The NFL pregame show aired about an hour ago on the NFL Network. And guess what the opening thing was they ran? They ran a bit where they wanted to see how social media was reacting to the broadcasts of the anchors. And it was, I can't stand Michael Irvin's jacket, let me ridicule it. And they ran it on camera. I know it's become a very angry society. It's very unfortunate. Violence on airplanes is very up. It's become a very angry society. It won't be an angry society here. You won't be welcome. You'll be gone. So this is a community where I'm here to help you get money. The purple power of this channel is going to get big sums of money. And if you think that you would like to become part of a potential purple patrol that basically identifies when people bring a fake narrative of anger and hate and fake narratives to this channel. Jump in the live chat and say, yes, I'd like to be part of a Purple Power Patrol. I don't believe this is a place where fake narratives should be brought. I don't believe this is a place where people should be spouting out their false ideas. This is a community where people need assistance. They need help. We as a community need to work together, not work divisively, and not allow people to come into this community and try to become divisive. And this is the love that this channel has always brought about. And with that, coming up next is the love for Phantom and the not so love for Doge. Crypto is doing some strange things today. It's coming up at 10 o'clock a.m. Mornings Crypto live on air. And then I'm back at 11 a.m. with more details at noontime LA about this incredible recon released on Friday. Oh my goodness. So much happening. So subscribe. 400,000 subscribers on YouTube record. I want you part of this family. Hit that subscribe button right now. Like the video, 2,000-3,000 likes, and consider becoming a member. Stay informed, stay focused, have a beautiful day. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering, and stay with LA for more.